We're supposed to record qualifying, but we didn't. So we're just picking up at the race. Easy to stop. All right, Michael. Yums for 23. We got some pain coming up. Whee! Ralph Schumacher ran wide. Whee! Okay. Oh yeah, mod guy got back to me complaining about wing stuff with links to YouTube videos of wing failures. Can't just let me complain. All right. My larger point was that that wing failures were relatively rare. Why is my form dropping? Look at all this bullshit you have. Look at this shit. Overtake specialist, rally champion, lightning reactions experienced, truck racing champion, prospective test driver, found religion, and owns a go-karting school. Like, how much you need? How much you need in your life, man? And Kimi Räikkönen, rock solid and racer. Yeah, this one's going to hurt our championship prospects quite a bit. I guess if I wanted a good now driver, I could always sign Mark Webber. Kimi's development isn't going to be that slow. It's only like if I can't convince him to stay with the team is the problem. Yeah, by the time I sign a second contract with him, he should be competitive. The Iceman. Jos Verstappen has retired. Oh, there goes Eddie. We need Ferrari to just continue to be in the shitter. Eddie just binning it. Eddie Irvine. What they're doing, Eddie Irvine things. We can agree that this top part of the order is a lot better than the one of a few years ago, right? Although I'm not sure how to feel if we get Heinz Harald Frentzen or Panis as champion. Still better. Isn't Luca Bador a world champion of this universe? Or is it Mazzacane? Whoever it was world champion. Yeah, and they're champion instead of Villeneuve, so. I don't know. Feels like it's essentially the same thing as Villeneuve becoming champion. Shots fired. Is your long-term plan to keep Schumacher as long as possible? Because if so, this is going to get spicy in the next few years. I don't think he was anything special, at least for a Formula One driver. And all you have to point to is everything he did after his world championship, as kind of proof of that. Yeah, Benetton is kind of the tough nut to crack here. I mean, if Villeneuve wasn't in that Williams seat, either Frentzen wins it, or or if the driver that came in instead of Villeneuve was more talented, they would have won instead. Or if Williams had kept Damon Hill. I think Hill would have handily won again. It's funny because Jacques Villeneuve was talking about how, like years back, about how Kimi Räikkönen was a fluke world champion, and Kimi came closer to winning multiple world champions than he ever did. Uh-oh. You'll probably want a new set of tires, won't you? Yeah, that one's gonna hurt. I split the difference for what's left for fuel. I don't think you're gonna have any trouble going that long. Splitting like the time that's left. It's just the lost time is going to kill you. But maybe the guy will show me more YouTube videos of wings failing. Mercy. Now that one shouldn't be too difficult of an overtake for you. Lemmy. Well, except for the fact that I think he's lighter on fuel now. Yeah, I'm not saying he was a bad F1 driver. I'm just saying that. I was saying that almost anyone that drove that Williams could have done it. But Dort never actually got a break with the big team, did he? With a lot of drivers, it's really hard to say because they're never given like the opportunity. Yeah, I know he had a history with like Indy and stuff like that. I also think success caused him to regress too. I think he kind of stopped working once he like reached the top. Okay, I was being indecisive. You're still gonna beat me, aren't you? I'm just expecting it. Oh no, I'm safely in fourth, damn. That's insane. But yeah, I will say, between Villeneuve, Button, and Kimi, both Button and Kimi were better drivers than he was. And I also think Barrichello was a better driver than him that just never got a proper opportunity to win a title. And Irvine might have been able to win one too. And he had the same situation. Well, he had the same situation as Barrichello, where he was tethered behind Schumacher. And actually, Eddie Irvine would have won the '99 championship if the scoring system that they adopted later was in effect then. The 10-8 system. He would have won the championship with that system. I think because he had a few 7s or 8s or something that would have given him like just enough points or something like that. Yeah, Irvine went to Jaguar and just... His career never recovered from that. The car was just a disaster. Oh! Oh! We're Benetton away from a victory here. A Benetton. That's crazy. Although I would still wager that there's a decent chance you're going to end up catching and overtaking me. So I'm not going to get too excited. Fair point, I guess. Although Eddie did okay with Jordan, from what I remember. The Jaguar was just awful. Yeah, the thing that bothers me about F1 though is the way they measure driver talent against results. In a division where the cars are not equal. Wait, what was he at BAR till the end of his career? I forget how that went. But he was in F1 until like 2006 or something like that. To Toyota? God, I have to look this up now. I don't remember. Typed in Villeneuve, and the first match was Dennis Villeneuve. What? It was in F1 until 2006. I was right about that. Williams, BAR, Renault? He was at Renault? The fuck? Williams in 98, BAR in 99. Alright, and then he bounced around BAR, Renault, and probably in 2003, Sauber, BMW Sauber. So he ended his career in Sauber. Wow. And then at the Renault team, probably before they emerged as a contender. Interesting. It's so weird because like his career was so front loaded with success, and then just like after that, nothing really happened. It's weird. Oh wow, we are gonna get lapped by Brunson. Suspension, 37%. Yeah, like we measure like Schumacher and Hamilton as like two of the greatest of all time, but they didn't spend so many years in the best machinery. I don't know. Like the Benetton era car that Schumacher won with and the Ferrari era, like those cars were just ridiculous. And then Hamilton with Mercedes was silly too. And then like how Alonso won 2 titles and then went to McLaren and looked like he was on track to just win a bunch and then just has never won one again. It's just funny how things work out. Oh man. He's waking up a little bit here too. Some issues with the brakes. Yeah, BMW Sauber. I guess the tire wear is brutal. Oh. Frentzen just casually did a 28 lap stint. Surprised they haven't slowed down to like just manage the race. Yeah. No, our precious 4 points. You're going to inherit second, and Frenson's going to probably lap the field then. Boo. Brake failure. Just watch my positions melt. Chill. You went onto the hards? Weird. You just got lapped. Yeah, that's how much chassis time we need to find. Luckiest, luckiest team in the goddamn championship, Williams. Look how off the pace they are. Alright. I think we've seen enough now, haven't we? Swenson struggling? Nope. Unless there's a sudden failure. Finishing both Simteks would have been huge here. These are tracks where it's typically difficult for us to score. Yeah, we have another suspension coming, and I think I'm going to start working hard on the wing after this. Oh. I'm just setting fastest laps because fuck you, that's why. And we have Saber or Equip Liger and Saber on the scoreboard. Leaving Jordan and 40 as the only non-scorers. Interesting. Okay. I think out of the next 6 races, we do need front wing for a lot of them. Sure, the brakes pop up once or twice. Shui leads the championship. Okay. How we doing? Nothing else I really want to sign. Okay. 8 days. Monte Carlo is the only gearbox-centric race coming up. Rear wing. Braking power, what we really need is the gearbox. Without the gearbox, we're not doing a whole lot. After that, front wing is going to matter for a lot of races, so we're going to want to have $757, $767, $777, $772. Gather in the numbers, I guess. Yeah, I really need more suspension too. Okay.